This is Graham from the Links Walkthroughs, and today we're going to do something different. We're actually going to start from Z to A on naming good games, and then we're going to probably do the worst games that was ever released. We're going to start with Z today. I know it really doesn't really start with Z, but it is my favourite game, but the main title is Zelda, so we're going to start with Zelda. And Zelda was created by Miyamoto in 1986. It was released in 1986, and it started off with The Legend of Zelda, and it came out in the gold cartridge. You either got gold or you got a normal cartridge, and it was a weird game. It was a not side scroller, but a room to room type of game, and it was like an adventure game for the very first kind of adventure game of its time, and it started off a franchise that went on for a while, and it continues on. Then Legend of Zelda Link's Adventure, which was the sequel, and it came out around 1988. I'm not too sure, and it's considered the black sheep of the Zelda series because it's a side scroller. And some people think it is a hard game. I played it and I finished it, and I used to have it as well on from my NES, and I recently bought it again, but I can't remember where I left it. It came out in the Game Boy Advance cartridge, and I bought it and I finished it on the Game Boy as well, and Game Boy Advance as well. So then what happened was, after that game, this game came out, which is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and it came out in 1992, the year I was born, which is kind of ironic. And this game actually give you, like, there's the game there. Came out in 1992. It's actually my favourite of all the Zelda series for some reason. I don't know why, but it's my favourite. And you got this wee booklet with the game, and it shows you all like tips and stuff, like hints about items and like dungeons and stuff like that. There, it's still got the Nintendo's number and everything on it, and it tells you where the big key and everything is. You got that there, and you also got the manual as well and all that there. And get this bastard on. There we go. I enjoyed that game. That was the very first game I played of Zelda. But then straight after, I played the sequel, which was Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which was for the Game Boy Color and original Game Boy. And you started as Link in a dream. Kind of the dream, he falls off a ship and he's on a dream island, and you have to rescue these items and stuff. It came straight after that there, and it has the same kind of box art as well for the actual game. It actually has the same kind of like shield and writing style and everything. Then I'm not too sure if this came out straight after Link's Awakening. I'm not too sure, but I got the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is a playthrough I'm still doing. It came out in 1986, and it was a good game, and most people say it's one of the best games made, and I'm glad I was around for playing it, because I still have it in cartridge, which is weird. But then straight after was it was actually like the first 3D game as well for the Nintendo series, Nintendo's thing. Then was Majora's Mask, which came straight after Zelda Ocarina of Time. It was released sometimes in a gold cartridge, and Ocarina of Time was released in the gold cartridge as well sometimes. Majora's Mask was one of the kind of the darkest games of the series. It involved a lot of creepiness and scariness around the part of the games, and it's considered one of the scariest games. But then straight after was Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, and they came out on the same day, and they were the first game to be made by Capcom. First two games to be made by Capcom, and it started off that you played both games, and once you finish both games, you use codes, you get the real ending of the games, and it was a good idea for Miyamoto. Then straight after was I'm not too sure if this came out before, after it, but I'm not too sure if it came before. I'm not too sure, but it's the Minish Cap, and the Minish Cap came out. I don't know what year it came out of, but it was. I had the kind of same style artwork as Wind Waker, which I'll get into in a minute, but I had the kind of same art style as that. And the cool thing is with this game, you could shrink yourself down, you could talk to other things, you can. And Capcom did a good job in this game, but some Zelda fans don't consider it as a Zelda game because of Capcom. But no, they did a good job on it. I liked the game, I enjoyed it, and apparently it's how Link got his hat. So yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed that. Next game was Legend of Zelda 4 Swords and Link to the Past, which actually that game there is actually in that one there. And you also got an next game which was 4 Swords, which actually came out on the Game Boy Color, GameCube, and it came out in the GameCube, and it was the same kind of idea, but in this game you could play as four. Yeah, in this game you can play as the 4 people, 4 links. And this one you couldn't, because in this one you had to have 4 Game Boy Advances, 4 leads, and 4 different ports of the game. Not different ports, but different same game to play as each link. So you could only do that with 4 people. You could actually play this on your own, but you can get 4 people to play it with you if you wanted. And the thing about this, I love the manual in this. Excuse me, I don't know what that was about, but I love the manual in this here. It's kind of colourful, like bright, like, and I enjoy it. It was a good game. Well, it was a Wild Weird game. It's another black sheep, I think, of the family. It was a Wild Weird game. It's just like, I didn't really think there was a story to the game. I just thought, okay, I have to collect these things and I have to go here, and it was just boring. It was boring, but I enjoyed it for some weird reason. But imagine that game there, both of them, and that wee cartridge. Anyway, then it was Wind Waker, which has the same game, well, same kind of artwork as that. As Wind Waker came out as well, and I actually have the game, but I don't know where it is. But it came out, and I think it came out in 2004 or 2002. I can't remember, but it came out anyway, and people were kind of on the edge because they didn't like the way the graphic style was, which was shell shaded kind of style, and they didn't like it. And well, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was good. The only problem was the boat. It was just too slow, took forever, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it now, but yeah, then it came out for the Wii. Well, we'll go for what we'll think about the Wii and the GameCube for this. Was Twilight Princess. Came out for the GameCube, and it also came out for the Wii. The difference between them is because you have to play with the control pad in the GameCube, obviously, and the Wii you have to use the nunchuck and the Wii remote. But also, say if this is in the Wii version, say if there's a pot in this room. If you walked into a room and there's a pot in this room, if you're playing the GameCube version, the pot would be at this side. The whole areas in the game, they're all back to front and changed and all this here, all different. And you get a wee kind of like a targeting system on the GameCube thing, and on the Wii you get a wee fairy, so the fairy flies about for you and that. Now, I enjoyed this game, but it's considered one of the darkest games as well. Majora's Mask and this game, they're both in around the same kind of darkness, because it is kind of, Zelda Twilight Princess is kind of creepy as well. But I enjoyed the game. I thought it was very good. I thought it was great. Now, next was Link's Crossbow. Not too sure if it's but Link Crossbowing, I'll just say it. I also had it, but I got bored of it because it's kind of like a first-person shooter, and it was the first Zelda game to do that kind of, and I didn't like that. Then we have the 2 games for the Nintendo DS, which are the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Phantom Hourglass comes straight after Wind Waker. There's no doubt about that. Straight after. you're with the pirates and all this here. You're on the ship and everything. Only thing that's different in it is the story, obviously, but you have a boat that actually is motorized, so that's a lot handier. It gets there, you get to your islands a lot quicker. And Spirit Tracks, they invited a train onto the scene, and you had to drive around in the train instead of on a boat, and it takes 100 years after. Then came the new game coming out. Well, I'll just mention Ocarina of Time for the 3DS. What can I say about it? It's Zelda Ocarina of Time in 3D. More 3D, I guess. That's what I can say. I played it, a bit of it. Zelda Ocarina of Time. Nothing really big and different. Like, there is still a wee bit differences, like, but like, it's just Ocarina of Time. It's the same as Master Quest. Master Quest came out for the fucking GameCube, and you saw all that bollocks. But anyway, now the next game coming out is Skyward Sword. It's coming out now around December time, around that. So I'm looking forward to pick it up, which I thought was the same graphic style as Twilight Princess and Wind Waker put together. I said that for the first day when I saw it. And I think I saw it like last year at E3 when it was released, and they had trouble with the fucking sword and all this here on stage. It was hilarious, but that's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm just worried about the gameplay. If Link's fucking thing won't work, if you don't have Motion Plus. I do have Motion Plus, so I'm happy there. But I'm just wondering, will it work for people that don't have Motion Plus? So it's just, I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so this is the start of a new series, I think, to call. There's my playthroughs of this, and I have my walkthroughs, which I didn't do in ages. But yeah. So this is going to be the start. This is Z. This is Z for good games. I'll have to do Z for bad games now. But Y is next. This is Graham from the Next Walkthroughs. Thanks to you for watching, and if you did, thank you very much, because it's not me to do. Good luck.